This is really simple complex number calculation. Of course, you may try to use calculator, and then there are lots of video on YouTube that you can find out. But we just try to use the traditional method here. There are two things you need to solve. First is a very big index, large power here you need to handle. Second is about the denominator, about the fraction. So we separate the question and then we just focus on the large power first. As a revision, I square, I power 3, I power 4. So this is equal to I. This is I squared, by the definition is -1. And then -1 times 1 extra I, so it's -I. If you multiply I again, that means -1 times -1. So it will give you +1 finally. And then after that, if you calculate I power 5, that means I power 4, and then you multiply one more I. It's because I power 4 is equal to 1. So that's why I power 5 is equal to just I. Any I power 4, you may remove it. So that means I power here, if I compare, that means I is equal to I power 5. I square equal to I power 6. I power 3 equal to I power 7. I power 4 is equal to I power 8, that means 1. I power 9, I power 10, I power 11, I power 12. I power 13, I power of 14, I power 15, I power 16. So that's the method how you can handle this large power here. I power of 12 is meaning I power of 4 times 3 and then plus 0. So that means this is equal to 1. I power 13 is equal to I power 4 times 3 plus 1. All the 4 multiple power, you may just ignore it because it's just go back to field cycle, and then this is I power 1. So to simplify this calculation, 2 I power 12 plus 3 I power 13 plus 4. This will become 2. This is 3i. This is 4i squared. And then this one give you I power 4, that means just 1 again. And then this is 2 plus 3i. I squared, that means -1. I power 3, that means -I. So it is 4 minus 2i here. We successfully handle the numerator. And then after that, we are going to handle the denominator. Now the answer is equal to 4 minus 2i divided by 1 minus I. If I don't want I below the fraction 9, it seems like rationalized. We are going to multiply something such that after we multiply it, the I will not appear below the fraction 9. To do this, we are going to use the identity. If it is 1 minus I, then I try to type 1 plus I. Why I have to do so? If I expand the denominator first, I expand something here first, it will become 1 squared minus I squared. And then I squared will become -1. That means this will become +1. And the denominator will become 2, which is much easier to handle. So after that, we need to handle the numerator by the some expansion skill. (4 plus 2i), and then I squared, that means -1. So -2 times -1, we have +2. This one will be 6 plus 2i. If we simplify it, every term we divide by 2. 6 divided by 2 we get 3, and then 2i divided by 2 we get 1i. So this is the real part, this one 1 is the imaginary part. So real part is 3. We should choose D. But before we finish this question, I would like to remind you real part is equal to 3. And how about imaginary part? Imaginary part, if you think it's 1i, then you are wrong. I is just a symbol to remind us that this part is imaginary. So if we ask you the imaginary part, you just give me 1.